Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over this trade that I took on my practice account. As you can see, it's clearly my practice. So no trades on the main funded account just because I didn't see anything on NQ. So we'll talk about that first, and then we'll kind of get into the trade that I took on gold, which gold is something that I've been trying to implement a little bit more um, to practice. The reason why is because I've actually been liking a lot of the moves that gold has been showing as of late compared to NQ, where NQ, especially for Asian session, which is what I trade, where it just moves extremely slow. So first, let's talk about NQ real quick. The reason why I didn't take anything. So coming into today, I'll delete volume profile so we can get a better look. Right, we were bullish, right? Clearly bullish. So for myself at this time, I start trading at 8 o'clock. Tokyo Open, and I did not see anything that I liked here, right? In fact, if I go back a little bit further to till this time, you'll see here that at this point we're still a lot higher than I want to be. I would like at least a pullback to VWAP, but preferably coming back down to this value area low level, right? In the beginning, we did bounce off value area highs to an extent. It's kind of where we opened a little bit, so maybe it was acting a little bit of a support level here, but at this point, I at least want to pull back to see if we can get something to enter. But after the 8 o'clock open, we just didn't get anything of a pullback. So at that point, I'm not looking there. I'm looking at gold. So initially, mentally, I ended up taking this trade here, right, which ended up working. The reason why I took that one was because at this point here, we are at value area lows. We were bullish on this chart as well. Let me delete that so you can see. We are clearly bullish where we opened, right? We were around prior day value area lows, so that could always act as a resistance point. But again, being bullish, I always give bias to the current session's volume profile, knowing that this is a strong resistance level at this time, right? So here, mentally, again, took this trade. It ended up just going straight up, which is cool. The thing about gold, though, is that it goes so quickly and it can be very erratic um, and violent in terms of how it moves. I mean, look at that V-shaped recovery that happens so quickly. So it was a very quick but good trade, right? And at that point here, you can see the levels that we're starting to hit now. We even go as high as prior day value area high, right? So I decided to take another trade, but this time not mentally, but seeing how it would play out if I were to actually take this trade. We did end up coming back down, so the trade starts around 9:24. So let me fast forward to that point. We did end up coming back down, right? And that's the thing about gold. It definitely. Um, oh, this is NQ. Jeez, sorry. I was on NQ that whole time. I meant to come here. So let's fast forward to that point. We do end up coming back down. So this is where we're at, right? Huge flash down on high volume here, right? Very close to these prior value area low levels. We're cutting through value area low of the prior day session as well, but then we have a good recovery through, right? So because this is again not an exact level, right? So it's not like exactly 801.6 on gold. Oh, like that's the support level. It's around this area, right? I always talk about it's an area of support or resistance. So this is an area, right? I decided that because it was very close to value area lows and because it was very close to prior day value area low, that at least you could target at the very least prior day or at the very least the value area high level right here, and then also too the prior day value area high as well, right? So end up taking that trade. You'll see here how it worked out. It played out really well. In fact, it continued higher and higher and higher. Holy crap. What a move. And this got me excited. This got me excited because, again, I've been practicing on gold for a little bit now too. Um, Not making it a main thing to trade, but I would love to trade it, right? There's so many times where I look at certain movements as well, such as like NQ today, where you want to take a trade, but you know you can't, right? You know you shouldn't chase it. You know you should leave it alone, but you can't take a trade on it if you're sticking to your rules, right? If you just decide to enter randomly, you decide to chase the move, a lot of times it'll end up backfiring on you, right? So in that scenario, it wouldn't have, but it would be forming bad habits. But for today's trade with gold, I just felt like the perfect opportunity to buy at these levels of discount, and then obviously heading higher and higher as we continue to move up. So I really do like um, gold as a whole. Am I going to start trading it on my funded accounts? No, I don't think so. I believe that sticking with my funded accounts with NQ at this time will be fine. But I think maybe in the next week or so, getting a little bit more practice on gold, being able to back test a little bit more, being able to forward test a little bit more as well, I think that gold will definitely be a part of the arsenal, so to speak. So one thing I did want to talk about today too, so that's it for the trade recap, guys. One thing I did want to talk about today as well is I have been watching a lot of Vinland Saga. This is an anime, which honestly, it is one of the best animes I have seen, and it reminds me a lot of Stoicism too. And trading gold last night and watching this anime today on my day off, um, just reminds me of the fact that there's so many times in life where, myself included, where we're chasing materialistic things, right? We have a sense of materialism about us where we want certain things. For some of us, it might be a fancy car, clothes, house, that kind of thing. For myself, it's financial stability, right? I was at the auto shop today because my car needed an oil change and tire rotations and stuff like that. And I need new wheels. My tires are done. But looking at my bank account, I'm like, I don't even have the money for that, you know? And it would have cost me like $1,500. Earlier this year, I had car troubles too, that thankfully one of my payouts was able to pay for the majority of it. So that really helped out a lot. But as a reminder to that, oh, my payout can pay for things like this, it makes me more eager to be able to want to chase those payouts, to be able to want to succeed when it comes to trading, right? Like I want it so bad. But as I've said time and time again, it really, really is about the process. And the faster you try to go whenever it comes to your trading, the slower you actually end up going, right? So for myself, I haven't taken a trade in 3 days now, which this is the first time in a long time where I have not taken a trade. There was a time, maybe a few months ago, if you go back into my channel, you'll see like I was asking the question of, should I change something about my strategy? Should I look to do something else? Should I trade gold, which actually came up at that time too, to see if I need to do something to trade every day, right? But I came to realize that I shouldn't have to trade every day if I want to be successful. It shouldn't work that way. I should just be sticking to my process and going through that every single day in order for myself to become profitable. And that did end up leading to, um, I think, at least one payout. I don't know if the first payout came before that realization or not, but I believe it's so important to not chase those materialistic things because we need to be able to pursue our goals in a way that's not out of desperation, right? That's not forcing the issue. And of course, you guys know me. I read Stoicism. There's a quote that actually comes from Epictetus, who's my favorite. Um, I have it pulled up. It goes like this: Remember that you must behave as at a banquet. Is anything brought round to you? Put out your hand and take a moderate share. Does it pass by you? Do not stop it. Is it not yet come? Do not yearn and desire toward it, but wait till it reaches you. So with regard to children, wife, office, riches, and you will some time or other be worthy to feast with the gods. And if you do not so much as take the things which are set before you, but are able even to forego them, then you will not only be worthy to feast with the gods, but to rule with them also. For by thus doing, Diogenes and Heraclitus and others like them deservedly became divine and were so recognized. So obviously that sounds like a lot, but essentially it's saying like have pursuits of your goals, right? Chase after your goals, but don't chase so excessively after them that you're forcing the issue, that you're trying to stop whatever nature is providing to you, right? I think it's so important for us to realize that it's not bad for us to have these goals in mind, to have these financial aspirations. But at the same time, too, we have to align ourselves with nature, with whatever is happening right now in the moment, and not try to push so much to get what we want, right? I think there was a comment on Reddit too, that said, I believe the point of the quote is to not strain towards any particular desire, but to exert moderation in the pursuit of our goals. Equally, it's the idea that a higher goal is to find satisfaction without the things we desire, as part of practicing Stoicism throughout our lives. And then he goes on to say, I'm still a student of Stoicism, but I'd really recommend the Enchiridion, which I highly recommend it as well, um, because it has so many life lessons in it too. So, but I really do think it's important for us to keep that in mind too. And going back to the point about Vinland Saga, which honestly one of the best stories I've seen so far in my life. It just inspires me to be a strong and kind man, you know, knowing that violence is not the answer. It should only be used as a last resort to be able to stand up for what I believe in, chasing virtue, right? Instead of chasing gold. And I really do believe that that's the man that I aspire to be myself. So, yeah, maybe I need to make a an anime review channel or something because I mention anime so much, but I really do, or I really did enjoy watching seasons one and season two. I did watch season one 2 years ago, and I watched season two this past month, and it's been a really awesome adventure, and it inspires me to become a better person. So October is coming. I really want to improve myself, not only for me, but for my family. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video today. We got one more day left in in September, and then it's October. So I really hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. And yeah, keep trading stoically.